So my name is Dallas Rising. I'm the program director at the Animal Rights Coalition, and we are located in South Minneapolis on 48th and Grand. So that's between Lyndale and Nicollet, if you're familiar with South Minneapolis. And again, I am also somebody who got my job because I was a volunteer, and they came to me and offered me a job before the job was listed on the market, and that's how many jobs are filled, as well as that, they're not even made public, and so it's a really great idea to start volunteering because you can build skills and network and all of those things. So the Animal Rights Coalition is a grassroots organization. So, we believe that real lasting change is going to come from the bottom up and not the top down. And so that's kind of our philosophy. I'm the only employee and I only work part-time. So it's really a volunteer-run organization, and we're really proud about that. Some examples of things so we're not just dog and cat group either. A lot of people think, they want to work with an animal group and they think that they're going to come and walk dogs, and we're not a shelter. We're not a rescue organization. We're a rights-based organization. So essentially what we're doing is we are working to shift this culture's whole relationship, our species' relationship with all other species on the planet, which is a really big job. But we do it in a lot of different and fun ways. So we have a bunch of programs that incorporate valuing all species, and a couple of examples of that. We've got one program, it's called Cuddle Coats. And so the way that works is that individuals can donate fur items like coats and jackets and muffs and ear muffs and all that, fur-lined gloves and things, to our organization. We also have different partners that are like secondhand shops that have they've pledged not to resell fur. And so when fur is brought to them, they let the people who bring them fur know about our organization, and they can collect these items for them. We collect all of these fur items, and then we redistribute them to wildlife rehabilitation clinics and individual rehabbers around the whole country. And so the furs items are then used to help rehabilitate orphaned and injured wildlife so that they can be released into the wild where they belong. And so we've kind of closed that circle. And then we've benefited both wildlife, and then we've also done something to fight the fur industry, which is unnecessary and cruel. Another good example for a campaign that we have that's really ramping up and we're going to be doing a lot of work on in the spring, so during your semester, is called Forgo Foie Gras. Does anybody here know what foie gras is? Essentially what it is it's produced by force-feeding ducks. They're force-fed 3 times a day. And what that does is that causes their livers to expand to 10 to 12 times their normal size. And then they're given a disease, essentially. Their liver becomes really sick. And the goal is pretty much like to get the ducks, their livers as big as possible, but slaughter them before this disease kills them. So it is a product that cannot be produced without inflicting, cruelty, like force feeding and disease upon an animal. And then people pay a lot of money to eat diseased duck liver, which I don't understand. But we have this foie gras has been banned. Foie gras production has been banned in 15 countries in the world, and also the state of California. So people are kind of in agreement. Lots of people believe that this is something that's cruel and it's unnecessary and we don't have to do this. So what we're doing is we're asking restaurants in Minneapolis to pledge not to serve foie gras. And we've gotten 23 so far, and we're looking to get about 60 to 70 within the next couple of months. And so we're looking for people who are willing to help us reach out to restaurants, explain foie gras, talk about, the benefits of getting on board with our pledge not to serve it, and so on. So that's a couple of examples of different things that we do. Because we're a volunteer-based organization, and we do so many different kinds of campaigns, there is a need for almost every kind of skill out there. So a couple of examples, if you're interested in doing community outreach, graphic design work, If you're interested in event planning or writing, so writing for articles, writing copy, I don't know, any kind of small blurbs about protests, press releases, photography, we always need photographers, any research, marketing and promotions. We have a kids program, so doing things with kids. It just goes on and on. So there's a lot of different opportunities. Oh, protesting. We do protests. They're really frequent. So if you need to get hours in, that's an easy way to go and, hang out. It does matter when people show up, and you can meet other folks, and it's really easy, and they're all legal, and they happen in St. Paul and Shakopee, and they're always on the weekend. So in terms of availability, you guys are all adults, and so I don't need you to come and sign in for every shift that you do. If there are a lot of ways that you can volunteer remotely, so if we need an event listed on a whole bunch of different free calendars online, you can do that at 3 a.m. It doesn't matter to me, just as long as it gets done. And I have a pretty good idea about how long that would take. So, you let me know, and that's a total possibility to do a lot of your volunteering online. If you're going to be coming into our office in South Minneapolis, it's limited. Wednesdays, noon to 8 is available, and Thursdays and Fridays, noon to 6 is available as well. We do have a lot of events on the weekends, but they're sporadic, so you couldn't make a commitment to volunteer to show up every Sunday from 2 to 4 or something. So that's pretty much what I got.